Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today in this video I'm going to show you how to make a two-piece Anarkali dress. So it's going to be a good party wear and a festival wear. Hope everyone know how to make your basic kurta pattern. So this is going to be the basic. From this I'm going to walk through a nice and easy Anarkali pattern dress. So to make this Anarkali dress you have to take your basic pattern. So if you don't know how to make this, no worries, just click on the link that you see on the screen. So I took the length of the waist is 14.5 inches. You can start taking from the 13, 14, 15 till 16. So now I took till 14.5. It's going to be two piece, that is this going to be one color and this is going to be absolutely with another color. So now I'm going to cut this pattern out. So this is going to be my kurta pattern. So I'm going to cut in the borders like this, and I'm going to separate the waist. This is going to be the waist, so I'm going to separate the waist from the borders. So I want this borders piece to be little bit fitted, so I'm going to make a princess cut over here. So I'm going to take a 3.5 inches from the bottom edge, and I'm going to mark the same to my top edge, that is the armhole point. So with a free hand I'm going to just join both of this like so. Let me cut this out. So when you cut into this, you're going to give a nice and shape to this one. So my borders part is going to have a princess cut like this. So now the borders is ready. So I'm going to show you the bottom fabric. So to the waistline I'm going to make a kali. That's going to be a 3 kalis, the front panel and the side 2 panel. So when I measure my waist, the waist is going to be approximately 9.5 inches. So I'm going to just give a mark for 5 inches, and rest of this 4.5 is going to be my side panel. So now I show you how to transform all the paper cutting into the fabric. So these are the fabric I'm going to use to make my Anarkali dress. So let me just briefly explain you what all the fabric is. So this is the gold color fabric which goes from the waistline till my ankle length. I bought this gold color which is little bit shimmery and it has a very nice flow. So to go with this fabric I bought a lining, this Italian crepe silk. So it is so soft fabric. So this is somewhat like a net fabric, you can see. Now it is lined up and it just looks really nice. And to the top part of the dress I'm going to use this royal blue. I'm going to use as a trim and also to the bodice part. So this is my bodice fabric. So when you see like this, it doesn't look nice. I'm going to give my raw silk as a lining, and then I'm going to place this on top. So now you can see how beautiful it is. So this is what I'm going to do. And for trimming I just bought this lace, somewhat like a peachy orange. So it's going to be 10 meter of lace. So now I'm going to cut the borders along. So I have double folded the fabric like this. So I'm going to place the center panel. So now you have to give enough amount of fabric to attach the bodice with the skirt part. So I'm going to give a generous amount of fabric so that if I make any mistake I can just alter with that. So I'm going to give a 1.5 inch of that. So again, over the princess cut you are going to give at least a 1/4 inch of fabric on either side for the sewing. So that I'm going to give now. Okay. Don't forget to give the seam allowance, that's very important. Be generous in giving the seam allowance, that is the fabric that you give. So if you make any mistake also you can just alter if you have a fabric. If you're not having a fabric on either side, it's really difficult to alter the fault that you made. So always use a pin like this so that doesn't move, so it will be in set like this. So take the next part and place it like this. You have to give enough seam allowance. So now let's pin that together. So I'm going to give seam allowance on this side and to the bottom part. And this is the sides of the dress where the armhole end. Cut the armhole in. I have finished cutting my lining fabric, and this is how it's going to look once it's done. So let me show you the skirt part. I bought 4 meter of this fabric. So now I'm just folding the fabric. So I never took any kind of measurement, just like that I'm folding the fabric in half. So once it's folded together, you can just secure it with some pins so that it doesn't move. If it moves, there will be a change in measurements. So I just don't want that. I'm going to just pin that in place like this. So now take the center panel alone. So the center panel is folded into half. So same like that I have folded the fabric in half. Now take your center panel and you're going to match the folded edge of the fabric like this. So this is the exact measurement of the waistline. So leaving a marginal amount of 1 inch, I'm going to draw a flare. Take your scale. I'm going to just draw the flare till the end of the dress. So just you're going to take your pattern paper, just place it at the folded edge of the fabric and mark the exact points that you need for sewing, and leaving a 1/4 inch, and you're going to mark the flare of the skirt. So I'm going to cut this in. So now you can see the down part is a little bit thinner, and you can see the top part is wide right now. So now I'm going to place the pattern paper on this side, and I'm going to cut this out. So now you can see I just placed the fabric to the folded edge, and I'm going to cut into this. If you're not cutting in this way, like a vice versa, it just take more than 5 to 6 meter of fabric. So let me cut this out. So now I got the center panel. For the front and the back, I took 2 panels. So I'm going to cut 4 panels for the side. So now take your side panel, and I'm going to place a side panel matching the straight cut of the fabric. So I'm going to give really a marginal amount for sewing, and I'm going to start marking from here. So I'm going to just give a 1/4 inch, and I'm going to mark the panel. So this is absolutely depend upon you. Till the waist length it should be exact. So from here you can just increase the flare as you want. I'm just turning the fabric, and I'm placing it like this, matching this one and matching the down part. So that's it. I have finished cutting all the kalis now, and so now I show you the cutting of the lining. Just take your lining fabric and fold it in half. All the 4 sides of the fabric should be equal to make this pattern. So now I'm going to cut the lining with this. So I have just folded the fabric into just like in half. So this is the folded edge of my fabric, and I'm taking the tip of the fabric, put that over that side. My waist length is actually 9.5 inches. So when you cut it to a pattern of full flare umbrella cut, I always recommend everyone to just reduce 1 inch from that. That is, if you're having a 9 inches, take 8 inch, so that you'll have enough margin of fabric. So if you make any mistake also, you can just adjust with that. So now I'm going to take 8 inches from this. I'm going to mark that 8 inches. So I'm going to just placing this over this point, and I'm going to mark 38 and a half. So now I'm going to cut this out. So you'd be running out of fabric at this point. Everyone will have that problem. So in this point you're going to attach a small piece of fabric, and you're going to sew that together. And to know how to stitch this full Anarkali pattern dress, please click on the link that you see on the screen and continue watching this video. And thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.